a tiny misplaced object. This morning, I saw a rose on the concrete. At least I thought it was a rose. It was some sort of red flower with plenty of petals layered on top of each other, and it was about the size of a water bottle. Maybe a weird association, but it's important to note that the flower was fake, without a stem, and fake. Plastic. It had fallen off of a clothing store's window display that had the same flower in versions of pink. It sat alone on the sidewalk, and I thought about picking it up. It would be the third time on my morning walk that I picked up something from the street. I liken myself to a crow, finding objects, becoming attached, and wanting to bring them home with me. I decided against it. I was focused on moving things out of my house, not being so hoardy, transforming the energy in my home. But if it was a little smaller, if it could fit into my fanny pack, I would have brought it home with me. Nesting. That's it. Making my home a safe space for me to be in. On the walk before this one, I was on the boardwalk and I found an actual rose, a miniature one. Pink leaves, shriveled petals, except it was coated in a clear substance. It sort of reminded me of resin, and I hate resin. I've hated resin since college, but only because I read one time that resin is linked to cancer, and I've always held that against it. Of all the carcinogens in the world, resin is the only one I hold such a prejudice against. Is it because it's relatively new? Is it even new? Is it because it suddenly became popular in 2017? Or is it because people often use resin to encase and preserve things, like flowers, for their own enjoyment? If you loved it so much, you should have just let it be. On the walk before that, I was walking by the Forsyth fountain when my right foot kicked an object I had not noticed before. I looked down to see a golden dice on the ground, silver rhinestones in place of the usual black dots, sunbursts on each face. It felt like a treasure. I decided I'd add it to my charm casting kit and use it to represent crossroads, confusion, blockage. If I look, I find it in my fanny pack still. It's been a while since I even looked at my kit, but I've been casting words as charms, finding pleasure in saying words aloud that I don't usually have a place to say, like pity pat and dick and memory and calcite and blue. His eyes are blue. His favorite color is blue. I'm feeling blue. Or even fuck, mind fucker, what the fuck, why can't we just fuck and make up? Feeling pressure to be preserved. I saw a YouTube video on my home feed that was titled something like, "You don't like him, you just liked being picked." And now I must wonder why that showed up in my algorithm. I never clicked on the video. I don't need to click on the video. I don't want someone telling me their perspective of dating and why my love life is the way it is, because they don't know me and it feels very women's version of manosphere, and I don't want to give into division. Thank you.